Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and tonight we're on the red carpet for the premiere of Club Life, where we'll be bringing you interviews with all the stars and the celebrity guests. So get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade and Jessica Szohr. First of all, you look gorgeous tonight.
Thank you
and
so
second,
much.
Congratulations on this movie, Club Life. Looks like a lot of fun
Thank
to have
you.
made this.
It is a lot of fun. We did it, 2 summers ago. We had a fun time in New York. It was such a dear story to Danny's life, and it was very fun to bring it to life. So I'm excited to see what everyone thinks and sees. I haven't seen a cut of it yet, so I'm nervous and excited and pumped up.
I love how it's loosely based on Danny's story and how he pretty much hustled his way essentially to the top of the club world. Talk to me about telling that story, because I think it's just inspirational, it's cool, it's fun.
Yeah, it is, and it also, like, when you live in New York, and when I was here doing gospel, we were young, and there was nights we went out and in New York, and there's this energy of the city, and it's amazing. But we got to learn, Jerry and I got to learn so much on the other side of what goes into, like, getting into these places and how it works and what all goes down. So it's a little crazy, but yeah, it was fun to learn all of that, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
Congratulations on this movie, man.
Thank
and from what I
you.
hear, it's based on your life. So talk to loosely, Jerry Ferrara is loosely depicting your life.
Loosely based on my life.
But you wrote, directed, starred in it. Talk
I
to me about it.
co-wrote, I produced it, I starred in it with Jerry and Jessica and Robert. Yeah, I mean, I took my story and I kind of like just based it on the things that I thought were interesting, and everything else we kind of like mix and match with some very famous people that were in my life that we ended up doing it together, I guess. I just put a couple of people into one character at the end, but it was loosely based on my story.
I love stories about New York nightlife. So talk to me about telling that story and bringing that to life.
Well, I've been in the business for 15 years, a little bit more than that. I don't even want to give my name, my age, but 17 years. And I felt like I knew it inside out, and if anyone was going to do it, I felt like someone in my position should do a movie like that. So I hope, if anyone takes anything away from the movie, is that it's basically accurate to the way it is. It's the closest thing you would get to actually the way it really works in the nightlife. So that's all I can say about it.
You're supporting this movie, Club Life. Why are you here? Who are you friends with?
Well, I know Danny A., who created the whole thing, and it's kind of inspired by his life. He's sort of a staple of New York nightlife. And back when I was young and did such wacky things like going out in New York, everybody knew Danny. And I know he's been working on this project a long time, and it looks awesome, and I'm really happy for him.
It's incredible because this is a movie that he produced, directed, and you have a lot of experience with that, obviously.
Yeah.
As a first-time filmmaker, for someone like him who's doing it all, what advice would you have had?
He doesn't need any advice. I mean, he's such a hustler. I mean, he put that hustle and that drive. I haven't seen the movie, but as I understand it, it's one of the things the movie's about. It's about just going all in and putting everything you have into something. And a lot of those skills that he used that made him so successful in the nightlife industry, I'm sure, pertain to entertainment and movie making. It's just like not taking no for an answer and just keep, no matter how many times people say no, figuring out a way.
I love looks into New York clubs, and Danny A., no one knows it better than Danny A.
Absolutely.
So talk to me about getting involved in making this movie.
Well, first off, became friends with Danny when we did The Iceman together.
I love that movie.
Yeah, back in Shreveport, and so I hadn't met him up until then, and then we became fast friends, and he sent me the script and said, what do you think? And I said, sure. He says, you want to spend a month in New York? I says, how bad can that be, being a native New Yorker? And the script was terrific. I had not known about the underbelly of this club world, that he basically helped create this nightlife that's the big scene now in New York and in Vegas. So it was an interesting story, and how it's manipulated, and how, they have to go out and they're almost creating an ambiance to bring in the high rollers.
Talk to me about this movie. It looks like a ton of fun, man.
Man, it was a ton of fun to make. I'm really proud of Danny. He's just an amazing guy and a hard worker, and to get a movie made, hats off to him. And he's just, a really good actor. And aside from that, he's a really good guy. So for him to invite me to be a part of the project and work with some great people, I feel really good about it.
Talk to me about putting this film together. I love looking into New York nightlife, and you made a movie about it. It's pretty cool.
Yes, pretty cool. So I have to say thank you to Danny A, because it was like very mentoring for me, for show me the best way in the nightlife. And the movie is about him, and who better of him can explain the best way.
Talk to me about directing this. You had a great cast. So what was the process like for you?
Yes, this is my first movie. It's my first movie. I'm growing up with a music video. I make tons of music video, and so it was no easy. But Jerry, Jessica, Robert, and Danny are very serious guys and very professional guys. They helped me a lot.